Hey everyone, how are you today? It's Marla. Hopefully everybody is having a great day. I'm filming this. Before I said on one of my videos I was going to say the date that I film things, and of course half the time I forgot to say the date every time I film the video, so I'm going to try to say it today. This video is being filmed on February the 20th, and this is going to be kind of a science video. Well, not really, but it's kind of a video on mixing. Now, I am not going to insult anyone's intelligence out there. I know it kind of bugs me when I watch videos of people and they are kind of telling me to do things, I don't know, like telling me to do things, like as if I'm kind of really stupid and wouldn't have thought of that for myself. So I don't like to do that to people. I kind of like to just assume that most people out there have their own way of doing things that maybe they really like. And my way is not really always the best way, but it's my way. So I am just today going to show you how I mix eyeshadow colors together to get another color. Now, why would I even be doing this? Well, a lot of times I really don't wear a lot of eyeshadow. And for me to go out and buy a specific color of eyeshadow just for maybe a specific event in order to kind of match it to something, or for some particular reason why I want a particular shade, I really don't want to go out and buy the eyeshadow. Just for me, it's just a waste of money. So what I normally do is I take a very kind of cheap eyeshadow palette. For example, let's say I wanted, for some reason or another, to have kind of a lightish pink shadow for my eyes. Maybe I was wearing a costume or something, who knows, for Halloween, whatever, but I just didn't feel like going out and paying for one when I could mix it myself. So what I normally do is I get, and I'm actually going to show you just a very quick demo of how I do this. And again, I'm not going to insult anybody's intelligence and pretend that nobody knows how to mix things together. It's just the way it is. I mean, I know you guys are smarter than that out there, but I'm just showing you kind of how I do it and just kind of give you a little info on what my technique is. What I normally do is I get a really cheap eyeshadow palette that I have lying around. I usually use e.l.f. e.l.f. is kind of super cheap, and you can get a lot of different colors in a palette. I think this was just like $6 or something. I can't remember, but this was ridiculously cheap. So you get some cheap eyeshadows like this, or you may have already lying around the house, even ones that you don't like. Obviously, I'm not going to get a Dior eyeshadow and do this to a Dior eyeshadow, but cheap ones I really don't care about. So you need a cheap eyeshadow palette, and what I use, everybody has their own technique, but because I was a chemistry major in college, I am very familiar with a mortar and pestle. Now, a lot of other people, cooks, or chefs may be familiar with mortar and pestle, using a mortar and pestle while you cook in order to grind dry ingredients up. In the chemistry lab, we use this a lot to grind up dry ingredients. They just weren't ingredients that we wanted to ingest. I don't use the pestle aspect of it. I just use the mortar. And these mortars, this is a really old one. I think this is made out of ceramic, but they have them out of everything now. They have them out of, I think, wood, ceramic, porcelain. Maybe this is porcelain. I'm not sure. It's either ceramic or porcelain. This may be porcelain. But they have them out of wood, ceramic, porcelain. I've even seen new ones out of stainless steel. They come in all different sizes. They come in even smaller ones than this. But because I've had this for over 20 years, I just used this one. I wasn't going to go out and buy another one. And I only use this to mix my eyeshadows in. I don't use it to mix anything that I'm going to eat in. just strictly for cosmetics. But it's just like a little bowl. You already see I've mixed some things in here already. And the other thing I use is, and it's going to be something that you guys are going to have to kind of maybe find on your own, because it really didn't come with the eyeshadow palette. And the other thing I use in order to kind of shave the eyeshadow is this. This was actually, I believe, a kind of a little white pencil that you would put under your fingernails to kind of whiten your nails. But it has this amazing little top to it. I know I've seen this top on some other products. It's very angled. It's almost like a shaver. It looks like a little shaver. It's almost like a little sharp. You can see the tip of it. But this is perfect for kind of shaving the eyeshadow without having to dig too much of it out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just do a quick demo of one shadow shade that I'm mixing together. I'm going to be taking, I think, a pink shade and making it slightly lighter. You can also look at the color wheel. If you just Google Another quick tip, anything, and I mean almost anything that you want to know about can be found in your Google search. I mean, all you have to do is type in how to blah, 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 and you will find 1,000 videos, 1,000 informational blogs on any possible thing you can possibly want to know how to do. So the internet is quite an amazing thing. I have learned how to do so many things on the internet. It's not even funny. So please use that. I'm sure a lot of you do also, but all you have to do is type in, how do I blah, 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 and you can find anything. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you a quick demo, and you can, like I said, you can go on the internet and search primary colors, mixing primary colors to get other colors, and they'll tell you exactly, you know, what shade you need to mix together and kind of approximately how much of the shade in order to get a particular color. Like for example, if you want to get peach, they'll tell you, you know, what shades you need to mix together in order to get a peach shade. The internet is going to be your friend when it comes to trying to create colors also, if you're not familiar with that. But let me go into the quick little demo that I did and just let you see how I personally mix my eyeshadow colors together. So I have everything set up, my mortar and pestle, my e.l.f. eyeshadow palette, and I have my little shaver tip inside. I'm going to choose which shades I want to mix together. So I'm going to choose this bright pink shade, and I think I'll mix it with a cream color shade to get different shades of pink that might be lighter. And here is my mortar. I'm not going to use the pestle. I don't mix with the pestle. I find it a lot easier just to mix things with my finger. Just so much easier. Everything is a lot quicker and faster. So I'm taking my shaver and gently shaving off some of the pink shade, and then I'm going to tap it in to my mortar. And I'm just going to wipe that off to clean the tip. And now I'm going to take the cream color shade and shave that into the mortar. And next, I'm just going to mix it all up with my fingers. So now I'm going to take the original shade and put it on my skin so you can see what the original pink color was. And then I'm going to take a little bit of my new created color. And I don't know if you can see, but it is slightly lighter than the original shade. Now I'm going to add a little bit more of the cream color shade, and I'm going to try to make this pink mixture even lighter. So I'm done mixing, and I'm going to put it next to all of the other colors, and I think you can see the top one has the darkest shade of pink, the one in the middle is slightly lighter than that, and then the new one I created is even lighter than that. So you can make almost any color you possibly could imagine with this. You can make matte shades more shimmery, and you can make shimmery shades more matte. So this is really actually a lot of fun.